A moment of pause, reflection and celebration of lives sadly taken by COVID. At Hamilton Care Home, visitors, staff and residents marked the memories of those they loved and looked back on a surreal 2 years.
Unfortunately, I've lost my mum, a sister, my brother recent, and so it was personal to me and personal to the residents as well.
My wife's 90th birthday was through the windows at the lounge there.
It just changes your life entirely. It really does.
Another person remembering a difficult period is Mairi Clark. She lost her mother and partner in the space of a few months and feels the lockdown left her isolated and cut off from services.
I still feel very angry about it. I still feel very angry that, you know, there's lots of victims of COVID. There's lots of people who'd lost their family members they couldn't see. There's lots of people who contracted COVID over Christmas and nobody came in to see them for weeks. And there's lots of people like me who lost somebody due to ambulances and hospitals not taking people in unless they had COVID.
Andrew Callaghan was one of the first and youngest people admitted to the COVID ward in Ayr in March 2020. Long COVID has left the physio with a way to go in his recovery.
I'm 100% to where I was before, probably not, but I'm 95% better. I actually said to Kirsten I didn't think I was going to survive. I couldn't, what we take for granted to go and I couldn't hold a conversation any longer than a minute without feeling as if I was climbing Everest. So it was very scary.
This was the scene on March 23rd, 2020. A complete and total lockdown, a complete suspension of normal life. But today, Scotland is learning to live with COVID. And that's despite hospitalisation rates being at their highest since the pandemic began. Health boards have been forced to ask the public not to attend A&E unless their condition is life-threatening.
We have a record number of staff absences through COVID and other staff are filling in and they have been magnificent. However, it is very hard going in hospitals at the moment and that's why we're appealing to the public to only come to our hospitals if they absolutely need to, if it's life-threatening or very urgent.
Despite over 12,000 new cases, 39 new reported deaths and more than 2,200 people in hospital with COVID reported today, health experts say we're in a better place.
We've saved tens of thousands of lives through the vaccine programme. And although we have many people in hospital, the need for critical care is still very low. So we are emerging out of this, even if we're not out of it yet.
13,684 deaths have been registered in Scotland attributed in some way to coronavirus. Each one a life that will be remembered for many years to come. Evanna, Holland, STV News.